Good morning, friends. And I think that you are a little bit, down. You have not taken your coffee. And if it is so why can't we just, respond by saying good morning? Good morning to all my friends here. Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm here to actually talk to you about the organization that is called WEBL. WEBL is actually the West Bengal Electronics Industries Development Corporation Limited, and many of you across the country, specifically PSUs, might be knowing WEBL for a long period of time. I am Additional Secretary with the Department of Information Technology and Electronics in Government of West Bengal, as well as the Managing Director of WEBL. I don't know whether you are quite aware of WEBL's present, forays into the emerging technology. So when I got a chance to speak on, though I have been speaking about on cybersecurity for the last 6-7 years across the country, and people often refer to me, or equated me with cybersecurity because it has become my passion. But I chose not to speak on cybersecurity, though I was, approached by Sumaila and others to talk about that. But I thought that let me tell you about the strides that WEBL is taking in emerging technology, and whether there is a possibility of sharing some space with you, collaborate with you in order to go ahead with our digital transformation. So, my dear friends, WEBL is completing its 50th year. So, on 4th of February 2024, WEBL will be 50 years old. So, just imagine out of this 75 years old country, there is a huge contribution from WEBL as it is completing its 50th year. So with that, I have just made a small presentation for you. I will be talking to you on the basics of it, on nuances of it, but I will try to take you to the journey of WEBL, because it might tinkle your brain and you might actually resonate with your memories when and where had you actually heard of WEBL. So WEBL, as it is 50 right now, I don't know where, here? Yes. So on 4th February, WEBL will be 50 years, and specifically WEBL today, as we are looking at, is about skill development, infrastructures, and all that is called SI, system integration. So the genesis of WEBL specifically starts with 1974, when we had this WEBL Electronics Industry Development Corporation, nomenclatured as WEBL. By the way, this the WEBL, that the logo that you are seeing, it was created by none other than Satyajit Ray. Even the building that we are housed at is also designed by none other than Mr. Satyajit Ray. So when we incorporated ourselves in 1974, it was a part of West Bengal Industry Development Corporation. Later in 1981, it came out of West Bengal Industry Development Corporation, and WEBL actually got started when we started with Toolsin Limited in 1977. It actually started creating or producing electronics drills. Then we came up with WEBL Mediatronics Limited, and other than studio equipment, we slowly go into a thing called assistive technology, that is electronic braille. So in India, WEBL brought the first electronics braille. Then WEBL is equated with television across the country. For 12 long years, WEBL was one of the leaders in black and white TV, and many of our forefathers might be knowing WEBL through its television. Then we went into the communication sector, where we are still there. So WEBL started actually producing push button telephones and CRTs and radio transmitters. Then we went into Power Electronics Limited. It was created in 1988, and the design, development and manufacturing of all power electronic tools, and still today we are continuing with it. After that, we went into fiber optics. starting with April 1990, and till today we are into laying of fiber optics. Up till 2017-18 we were ISP, post that we were asked not to continue our ISP activities. So we actually lay, this optical fibers. We have our own, infrastructure across the state, and not only that, the most important thing is we have our own data centers, we have our own statewide area network owned by us. So Webel at present, as we talk about, is about, not only SI, system integrators, it actually looks into and supports many PSUs like Indian Oil Corporation, Indian Railways on CCTV and networking. In ICT hardware and facility management, Webel has right now 3 of its own data centers, and Webel is also in sync with a lot of other PSUs in data center operations. So when we talk about emerging technology, Webel is right now pioneer, because Webel has COEs in cyber security, COEs on IoT sensor, COE on Industry 4.0 that has 4 verticals. One is 3D printing, second is IoT, third is data analysis and data science, and fourth is cyber security skilling. And right now Webel is rolling out 5G test beds. Besides going deep into, we are also into enabling the process development or digitization. In that, both in case of e-district and e-office, Webel rolled out across the state. Not only that, it helped Tripura in doing that, it helped Assam in doing that, it helped Orissa, Chhattisgarh and Bihar in many of its activities. Webel, other than data digitization, it is a certain empaneled auditor. So we are actually auditing all sorts of information security activities, be it ISA, that means infrastructure security assessment, or WASA, web application security assessment. Webel has a beautiful animation academy. Till today we have trained 1,350 skilled animation experts who are settled and working across the globe. Webel has a beautiful application called ICT @School, which was pioneer. Post Webel's rolling out in Bengal, other states actually followed in this ICT @School. When other states are starting ICT @School, we started it 8 years back, and we are into CBT2. For your information, we are planning to roll out a CBT support of not less than 50,000 seats in the next 6 months. Under emerging technology, I talked about data science. Then we have global certification programs as we collaborate with Cisco, Red Hat, EC Council, and with regards to skill development, Webel created one thing that is called Karmabhumi. Karmabhumi is a state ITES registry where anyone can actually put up one's knowledge in order to understand the necessity in the market, and the market can, without going deep into who is coming from what background, can assess the knowledge level of that very resource person and take it on the fly. This enablement actually own lot of laurels in India and beyond, and you can just go back and check out Karmabhumi. Webel right now is also manufacturing a lot of things, amongst them community radio, sound limiter and sound level meter. Sound limiter and sound level meters are adapted and taken by a lot of PCVs across the country. Webel's COE on cyber security has won 13 national awards and 7 international awards up till now. Webel's IoT sensors COE has already developed 2 unique patented sensors. Webel's Fujitop Vara Center of Excellence in Industry 4.0 has solved a lot of problems in the time of pandemic by using innovative technology and its applications through 4 of its verticals, specifically from the point of view of this 3D printing, assistive production. So coming to the reality management, Webel is there. Webel has right now 22 IT parks across 23 districts, and there are 7 new IT parks coming up. And as I am speaking here, the Webel's new IT park at Jalpaiguri, Darjeeling, Kalimpong, Karshiang, they are coming up. And those places are not only will be IT park, they will be IT hub, because along with the park there will be commercial place as well as lodging facilities. So anybody actually coming into and staying at a very nominal rate at our IT parks, anybody who has this experience of going into Sector 5 or New Town of Kolkata can look around, and we will find lots of our IT parks fully occupied and at a very nominal rate. And those things are not only given to the industry, they are given to the MSMEs and startups, because we already have 2 of our own startups, one with NASCOM, another with BCCI. Webel is into e-waste. We are coming up with 6 metric ton recycling facility at Sonarpur Hardware Park, another 6 metric ton recycling facility in 9 months from now at Jalpaiguri IT Park. So this is the first thing that we have done. We have created the end-to-end system. That means we are collecting all the e-waste, identifying, supporting the PSUs, the government to identify their e-waste and taking them and recycling them. These are the human capitals we will have, and specifically Webel's vision for future is your support, because we are setting up lab on sensors and systems. The COE is creating a specific lab where sensors and systems can be tested by anybody. Then the 5G Center of Excellence test bed is being created for 5G. Then we are creating another cyber forensic laboratory, which the first one was created in 2020-21 and handed over to police. The second cyber forensic laboratory is created by us right now as we are speaking. It is being created and it will start in March 2024. And we are the first state to come up with this device security testing laboratory. I hope you have hardly heard of this, that all of our devices are also required to be tested, where in this country there are only few, and they also take enormous amount of money for those testing, and we are coming up with a very easily accessible and very affordable rate testing facility for all of you. We are setting up a smart energy meter testing laboratory, because Webel is into smart meter business. With Iskramaco, the second largest internationally, second largest smart meter manufacturer, they created, set up their India, the country office at Webel IT Park in Sector 5, Kolkata, and with them we shook hands, and we are putting up and said, installing this smart meters across the state under WBSCDCL and CESC. So Webel is also setting up a smart meter testing laboratory, whereby these smart meters can be tested. It is not required to take it to Mysore for testing henceforth. And last but not the least, Webel is setting up its own drone academy. You must have heard that 50,000 self-help groups across the country will be actually trained to use drones. So all of those self-help groups, women folks or male folks, should be actually helped in order to train them. So we are setting up a drone academy under Webel's. The last, I ended with that, and for the future, the COE on big data and AI ML is getting set up in order to just ensure, just like your Param in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, with CDAC, that Param is actually giving all these professionals and industry their opportunity to work on high performance data center, that means compute as a service. And we are coming up at Siliguri, uniquely designed compute as a service and database as a service, which can be easily used at a very nominal cost by any industry through an online portal. So, my dear friends, I am here before you to actually ensure that if there is a critical gap in any of our organizations, Webel is there to fulfill it. Thank you very much. God bless you.